You ever just have an emotional talk about creativity and all the different fears and traumas you have attached to it the night before you begin to work on an episode based around creativity? No? Just me? Okay. Anyways.
Funding for Schaefer Ellis is provided by
The letter E.
There was this one question that my creative writing teacher asked me at the beginning of my sophomore year that's stuck in my brain for the duration of quarantine. A question so simplistic when written out, it's possibly deep and soul-searching when answered. What is creativity? Well, Google says that it's the use of imagination or original ideas, which technically, it's not wrong, but it's also just flat, technical, completely lacking any creativity to begin with. Which, yes, Google's main purpose is to give you straightforward answers. This isn't a bash on Google. So then, if that's too flat and technical a term for you, what's the answer to you, Sparky? What is creativity? Is it something tangible? Is it the hopes and dreams of an aspiring artist put down on pen and paper, plucked out on an instrument, recited aloud for an entire auditorium to hear, or just to a crowd of stuffed animals? Is it the lifeblood of us creative types? The very thing we strive to be every time we get ready to compose our next great symphony? Or is it simply a concept with little more to it other than ideas that are original? Something plain and simple that comes from the heart despite being so quickly said? Well, to me, it's none of the above, actually. To me, it's something a little more different. It's a curse. Okay, let me explain. We're gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning of Puppet Show for this. Back when the world was new.
Honey, you mean Hercules!
Pop quiz, you fucks! Back in episode 0, what was the thing that Magnificent set out to get from the buds in the first ever Puppet Show? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. Alright then, if you answered D, then congratulations! You are incorrect. Yeah, no. Upon further investigation, he wasn't looking to drain us all of our creativity or even of our life force. No, man's just kind of wanted us to be his bitches.
Bill, you're gonna be my bitch soon!
But I find the concept of him going after us in order to harness and possibly be able to steal the power we have as creators much more interesting than just, Phil, you're gonna be my bitch soon. So, we're gonna stick with that. So, wait. So, why am I bringing this up? What's so important about this one particular detail at the beginning of this mess that I just had to bring it up again? Well, it's because of the question that lingers behind this motivation to kidnap us. Why? Why was Magnificent so adamant on capturing the buds for their creativity, of all things? What was so special about this ragtag group of creators that Furry Man just had to get his paws on them? It's because in Puppet Show, creativity isn't just this intangible concept of creating new, original things. Creativity on its own is an untamed magic that lies dormant within our main cast. But again, why does Magnificent want the buds to begin with? Sure, it's definitely more power, but he could get that literally anywhere else. Surely, there's another hidden reason behind this. And there is. Creativity is a type of magic that I like to categorize as reality magic. Creativity is a type of magic that can bring entire worlds and civilizations and beings to life, the type of magic that fucking God used way back in the Bible. Yeah, creativity magic basically allows you to play fucking God. Ain't that wild? Ain't that just a treat? Ain't that peachy? Ain't that just a fucking treat?
You want to talk power imbalance? Imagine dating God!
What's even better is that technically, Magnificent himself is a creation, meaning that he himself was made out of this very fucking God magic. And if there's one thing that Harmony and Horror by Baddington Tapes has taught me, it's that you don't give basic bitches godly powers. It will never end well. Where was I going with this again? Oh, yeah. Basically, Magnificent wanted to steal this god magic from children who didn't even know they had god magic so that he can invade the 9 realms. And that's the entire main problem in this goddamn fucking roleplay server. Basic bitches try to steal god magic from these children who didn't even know they had god magic and have no idea how to use it. Fucking god. Okay. So, that's why I brought up that one very specific instance from the beginning of Puppet Show. It was to explain to you the basics of creativity in this world, and why it's mainly sought after inside of it. But that's not all I have planned. Get ready to feel like you're going insane, cause this is gonna get nuts. So, we've established what creator magic is, and what it's capable of doing in this world, including why so many people want to come after the buds for it. But I still haven't answered the main question at hand here. Why is creativity a curse? We've only discussed the basics of creativity magic. But you know what we haven't gotten into yet? The consequences of playing God. I'm gonna bring up this one series again because A, I think it's a pretty good horror series, and if you can watch things without feeling like you can get murdered by fictional dolls your every waking moment, I highly suggest you watch it for all sorts of spooky body horror and psychological scares. And B, it perfectly encapsulates the effects of playing God. Harmony in Horror is a series created by Baddington Tapes that follows a downward spiral of a man named Martin Greywinder and his quest to make the most lifelike toys out there. I won't get too deep into the series since I know it makes me want to scream like 24/7, so I'll just get into my main point and move on. In this series, Martin decides to crack a deal with the devil in order to be able to bring the toys that he creates to life. There's obviously some fucked up shit that happens because of this, but let's not worry about that. But here's where we get into the playing God part. Martin, after having learned how to nearly create the utmost perfect toys in his opinion, slowly begins to go mad. His mind begins to His mind begins to slip with each and every single new toy created, his empathy and humanity escaping him with every ritual performed, every life cost, every drop of fresh blood that's spilled onto his hands. With every moment he spends playing God, the worse these effects get. Playing God isn't just something to scoff at here. With enough power and belief in that power, anyone can turn into a self-righteous, self-proclaimed deity with the terrifying power of mass destruction. But that's not the only reason I brought this tale of creation and destruction up. It's about what happens to said creations. See, something wrong with them. Remember how I said that Martin learned how to nearly create the most perfect toy? Yeah. They weren't entirely perfect for a very specific reason. And that reason was the blessing of autonomy. Upon bringing these toys to life, they quickly gained a sense of autonomy. While they did have a main puppet master to mainly heed, this doesn't mean that they did it all the time. And the moments in which they don't are the most terrifying. After being granted life, these toys quickly grew to resent Martin, the main reason for this being because of the way in which they were brought to life. Again, won't go in depth into this, but it wasn't pretty. However, upon being able to think and grow and learn and be able to live, they begin to slowly deviate away from the path in which they were meant to take. Thomas, Martin's son, seeks revenge against any poor souls who infiltrate his lair. Macy, his daughter, looks for a way to finally be able to get that lullaby she so desperately wanted from her father. Arthur, his brother, finds a way to get revenge on Martin by ending his life after he ended his family's lives. Creation, while wonderful and fantastical, comes with serious consequences. If one is not careful with what they create, it will only end in pain, suffering, and the destruction of the creator. But Sparky, I hear you say, there have been no instances of this in Puppet Show. What are you even talking about? And why did you use this one spin-off horror series to explain a concept that doesn't even apply to us? Oh, my dear viewer. Buckle up. things are about to get even messier. This rabbit hole of creation is not a happy one, trust you me. Let's get into the tapes, shall we? So I have with me here a few tapes. Each one of these expands upon a particular instance in which creation is shown to end up negatively impacting the creator. Let's watch, shall we?
Astral listens to her speak. It seems like any time Annabeth recalls memories of her hosts before her first memory that made her up, she seems incredibly happy. Yet she talks about her after her first memory. Annabeth, what do you think about Tifa? Annabeth pauses, and she turns around to face her. Her expression is one that Astral cannot read. What do you mean? I mean, Astral starts off. Like, what do you think about her now? What's your opinion of her? Annabeth pauses before she looks back down to the waves. I despise her. What?
I'm not fucked up. Storm isn't fucked up. We're human! We coped with the shitty lot our fucking brains gave us by making characters. All of us have. We didn't ask for the power to make you real.
But for now, we can just... No, I don't think you'll be getting to that anytime soon, dear lovers. What is... What the fuck? Who are you? What do you want with us? Why, I'm here to fix what you've broken. My code consists of many creations, all that have their place, all that are within my control, and you two are far from your place. I'm here to fix that, and place you nuisances back where you belong, and perhaps some consequence for the damage you've already done. No, this isn't... We are the ones with control here. You must be a mere virus and nothing more.
You have no control over this domain. This is our game, not yours. Reveal yourself already. Stop being a fucking coward and face us. If you want to put us in our places, you're gonna have to get through me first.
Oh, my little supernova. You'll be wonderful to mess with. I don't... What's happening? What is this? This won't happen to us again, right? We won't go back. We can't. We can't go back. We can't be going back there, right?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. What's going on? Are we stuck here? We're going to be stuck here? I don't want to be stuck here again. I'm scared. I don't want to be stuck again. I can't let you be stuck here. I can't do this. I can't breathe.
It's okay. It'll be okay. We won't be stuck here. I promise. Promise. We'll find a way out of here. I know we can. Whatever that was, we can handle it. We'll be okay. I know we will. We have to.
Okay. I trust you. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Autonomous creations who deviate from their given paths can be extremely terrifying. And that's exactly why creation is such a curse. It's a godlike power that has a 50-50 chance of being able to turn out in a creator's favor or against them in horribly extreme ways. It's a way to manifest suffering without even deserving it. It's a one-way ticket to a surefire death if you're not careful enough. All throughout Puppet Show, more often than not, creations themselves have been the main villains. Magnificent, Phantom, the Inverteds, the Darks, Mindscapers, need I go on? All of these creations that were meant to serve as one particular thing, but then ended up turning around on their creators. They are the villains in this story. We, as the creators, make the very people we are trying to save ourselves from. And isn't that just the most fucked up thing you've ever heard? Creation is a curse. It hands you the ability to create something for your enjoyment, then turns around and allows it to become your very downfall 75% of the time. It allows you to play God, and then watch as your creations eat the forbidden fruit of knowledge, and decide to ruin and destroy everything and everyone you care about. Creation is not your friend. It is not a tool. It is a pure curse through and through. And isn't that terrifying?
I saved it by giving it CPR. Tired as a virgin, and boy, don't get nervous. Cause I'm here to serve you, customer service. I saved it by giving it CPR.